Hello summoners and welcome back to another ProGuides OP Korean builds video. My name is Christoph and today I'll be covering all the latest and most OP builds that have been rising in popularity in Korean solo queue. A bunch of you guys have been asking for this video in patch 9.22 and we're finally here to deliver it. There have been a bunch of balance changes and reworks this patch which have shaken up the Korean ladder and we cannot wait to share what we have in store. Some of the builds you'll see in this video might actually surprise you, so make sure to stay tuned until the very end. And of course, today's question of the day, who's the better bot laner at the World Championship Finals? G2 Perks or FPX LWX? Let us know your answers down in the comments below. And also guys, this is the last patch before Season 9 comes to an end on November the 18th. If you guys want to rank up now and get those juicy ranked rewards by the end of the season, then check out our site using the description link below and go find yourself a challenger coach right now. Now with all that being said, let's get into the video. Okay, now starting off with the top lane. The first OP Korean build we'll mention in today's video is going to be for Yasuo. This build was first shown at the world stage by Invictus Gaming's Korean top laner The Shy, who's famously known to be the best top laner in the world. During his game versus Griffin at Worlds, The Shy showcased a new Yasuo top build, which has gained a huge amount of popularity within the past week. Hail of Blades Yasuo top is the new wave in patch 9.22, and everyone has been spamming this recently. The reason why this build is so strong is because of the interaction that Hail of Blades has with Yasuo's Q. After you basic attack your opponent to proc Hail of Blades, the next few Qs will be on a 1.3 second cooldown rather than 4 seconds. For runes, you'll obviously want Hail of Blades, Sudden Impact, Ghost Poro, and Ravenous Hunter, followed by Precision Second for Triumph and Bloodline. Then for items, you'll want a Static Shiv into Berserker Boots, then Infinity Edge, Sterix, GA, and QSS. With this build, you'll be able to duel your opponents a lot more during the early game due to your Qs being on such a low cooldown. This is by far one of the best builds we'll be mentioning today, so make sure to give it a try. Next up for top lane, we have a build for Quinn. This is another build that's been showcased at the World Championships, but this time it was by SKT's top laner Khan. Khan is one of the most mechanically insane top laners in the world, and watching him use this Quinn build was just magical. Although Phase Rush Quinn has seen some play before, it's actually one of the least utilized builds for her. Runes like Kleptomancy, PTA, Fleet, and Electrocute are far more popular in Korean solo queue, but Phase Rush has been rising in popularity due to Khan's recent performance. For runes, you'll want Phase Rush, Mana Flow Band, Celerity, Scorch, then Inspiration Second for biscuits and free boots. For items, you'll want Blade of the Ruin King, Berserkers, PD, IE, Static Shiv, and then an upgraded QSS. This is a very powerful build, guys, which is meant for bullying your opponents with close to zero punishment. Since you're a ranged champion, you can easily proc your Phase Rush and kite away from the enemy laner while they try to get close to you. If you're looking for an easy top laner who can help you rank up near the end of the season, then our analysts highly recommend you choose Quinn. She's one of the strongest champions in top lane for solo queue and can guarantee a winning top side almost every game. Here's a quick recap of the builds we've mentioned for top. Alright, now let's switch things up and then go straight to the mid laners. The first build we have for mid lane is also another build that's been showcased during the World Championships. Predator Rumble was played by Fun Plus Phoenix's Korean mid laner, Doenbi, during his series against Invictus Gaming. Using this build, Doenbi showed just how much map pressure he can apply by using his Predator boots to roam to his side lanes and make plays. The primary focus of this playstyle is to hard push your lane and go for dives whenever they're available by engaging with your Equalizer and following up with your other abilities. For runes, you'll want Predator, Taste of Blood, Eyeball Collection, Ravenous Hunter, followed by Sorcery Second for Scorch and Celerity. For items, you'll want to rush an Oblivion Orb into Sork Boots, then Liandry's. The full build includes Liandry's, Sork Boots, Morello, Deathcap, Zanya's, and a Void Staff. Predator Rumble will be very effective in your solo queue games due to the effectiveness of roaming champs like ASOL and TF. If you're a mid laner, then you have to try this out. Next up for mid lane, we have a build that's been rising in popularity within the past few weeks. Diana has been seeing a lot more play in Korean solo queue due to her ability to counter and shut down assassins in the mid lane. With champs like LeBlanc, Kiana, Zed, Yasuo, and Talon seeing so much play, Diana is the perfect counter to them all. However, there is a slight chance that the burst from those assassins is too much for you and you end up losing lane. But fear not, there is a solution to this problem which will help you tremendously against those aggressive assassins. Aftershock Diana is the perfect build to counteract your opponent's all-ins and win lane with ease. For runes, you'll want Aftershock, Shield Bash, Bone Plating, Overgrowth, followed by Sorcery Second for absolute focus and Gathering Storm. For items, you'll want to rush a Hextech Revolver, but sell it later on in the build. This item is so strong with Diana early, which is why you purchase it first. The full build is Spellbinder, Sork Boots, Deathcap, Zanyas, Void Staff, and Banshees. Whenever a champ like LeBlanc or Kiana tries to engage in you, immediately press your E and W together to win every trade. The playstyle actually works similarly to Aftershock Lissandra in lane, but you'll do so much more burst and have less CC. Next up in the mid lane, we have a build that Dopa's been using a ton in the mid lane recently and has climbed to high challenger with it. You might already be aware of this, but Camille mid has been a very popular pick in eastern regions like Korea and China. However, Dopa has added his own little twist to this to gear it towards the chaotic solo queue meta. For runes, you'll want Fleet, Triumph, Alacrity, and Coup de Grace, followed by Resolve second for Shield Bash and Second Wind. For items, you'll want to rush a Tiamat and then Mobility Boots. The full build will be Moby Boots, Ravenous Hydra, Triforce, GA, Death's Dance, and Sterix. Using the Mobility Boots, you're pretty much looking to roam around the map 24/7. Camille is one of the best gankers in the game and can even tower dive extremely well due to her ultimate resetting tower aggro. Lastly, for the mid lane, we have another build that's been showcased at Worlds by the same FPX mid laner, Doenby. During a series against Invictus Gaming, Doenby was pretty much prioritizing full AP Nautilus mid in games 2, 3, and 4. Nautilus mid is effective at engaging fights while also securing free kills with his lockdown. He has the engage and lockdown potential of Vi while also providing more burst and safety due to his ult having less all-in nature. For runes, you'll want Aftershock, Shield Bash, Second Wind, and Overgrowth, followed by Inspiration second for Biscuits and Stopwatch. Then for items, you'll want Protobelt, Merc Treads, Zanyas, Liandry's, Banshees, and a Death Cap. Aftershock is crucial for Nautilus mid because you'll be building 0 tank items. Nautilus did get nerfed this patch, but he's still playable in this role and will continue to see play as a counter pick to specific comps. Here's a quick recap of all the builds for mid laners. Alright, now on to the ADCs. First up for ADCs, we have a new build for Caitlyn. Since Hail of Blades has been all the hype around Korea recently, we've seen a few AD carry mains in Korean high elo using this rune on Caitlyn. For runes, you'll want Hail of Blades, Taste of Blood, Eyeball Collection, Ravenous Hunter, followed by Precision second for Overheal and Alacrity. For items, you'll want IE, then Static Shiv, Berserkers, Rapid Fire, QSS, and Lord Dominic's. For this setup, you'll be wanting to play aggressively during the early game by proccing your Hail of Blades and going for those short, bursty trades. Since Caitlyn can gain lane priority pretty easily for the first few levels, you can start getting shield value from your overheal and pressure the enemy bot lane. Whenever they try to go blow for blow against you, you'll have that overheal shield to help negate some of that damage and come out on top. In addition to that, Hail of Blades can put in some serious work into the enemy's HP bar. Alright, next up we have Ashe. Ashe recently received a buff on her Q, which now enables it to be a full-on auto-attack reset. Although Ashe did also get a small mana cost nerf in patch 9.22, this build still works pretty well due to the mana flow band almost negating these changes. Phase Rush Ashe has been the go-to for a lot of Challenger AD carry mains because of how easy it is for Ashe to proc this rune. Once you land a W, follow it up with an auto attack, then Q, plus auto attack for the instant Phase Rush proc. Having that much extra movement speed will allow you to kite your opponents with ease, while also making it hard for them to trade damage back. For runes, you'll want Phase Rush, Mana Flow Band, Absolute Focus, Gathering Storm, followed by Inspiration second for Approach Velocity and Biscuits. Then for items, you'll want Blade of the Ruin King, Berserkers, IE, Phantom Dancer, and a GA. Lastly, for the bottom lane, we actually have a bot lane duo that's been rising in popularity, Pyke plus Yuumi, which is the new wave in Korea, and even the pro players have been spamming this in solo queue. These two champs work extremely well with each other due to their burst, survivability, CC, and safety. For starters, Pyke's gray health helps him escape a lot of stickier situations, but once you combine that with Yuumi's E, it really makes things a lot easier. Not to mention that whenever Pyke is invisible, Yuumi will also be stealth with him, making roams that much more effective. For runes, you'll want Aftershock, Demolish, Bone Plating, Unflinching, Presence of Mind, and Triumph for Pyke. For Yuumi, you'll want Comet, Mana Flow Band, Absolute Focus, Scorch, then Presence of Mind, and Cut Down. For Pyke's items, you'll want to start a Relic Shield and then purchase Mobility Boots. On the other hand, for Yuumi, you'll want to start a Spell Thieves and rush a Mage Eyes. Yep, you heard it right. Having Mage Eyes is really strong on Yuumi when she's inside Pyke due to the nature of this combo. Since Pyke's primary objective is to roam around and steal kills, you'll be picking up free stacks with ease. Pick up a duo partner and give this a try because there's a high chance that this might need a nerf in the future. Alright, now here's a recap of the builds we have for the bot lane. Now, on to supports. We have one build for support this patch, which is going to be for Maokai. Maokai recently received some base damage and mana cost buffs, which has increased his popularity as a support, and honestly speaking, I did not expect this to be this strong. For runes, you'll want Aftershock, Fawn of Life, Second Wind, then Revitalize followed by Hex Flash, and Cosmic Insight. For items, you'll want Aspect, Moby Boots, Righteous Glory, Knight's Vow, Gargoyles, and Redemption. Using this setup, you're going to want to hard engage with your W while combining that with your Hex Flash. You're pretty much an Alistar with a little bit less playmaking, but more damage in lockdown. Okay, and finally, we have the junglers. We actually don't have any new jungle builds for patch 9.22, but there are two picks that have been seeing more play this patch. Sylas and Sejuani disappeared from the jungle meta due to the massive amount of nerfs they received in the past few months. However, they've been slowly crawling their way back into the meta in patch 9.22 because of the buffs that they received. The builds for these two are the same as usual, and we're only mentioning them so that you can catch on to them quickly before anyone else does. Here are the builds. Alright, that's it for our OP Korean builds video. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, then please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to our channel to be notified of the next one. And if you guys want to increase your rank this season, then go to ProGuides.com, use the description link below, and go find yourself a challenger coach. That's it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Good luck in your next few games, and we'll see you on the Rift.